A Muslim might cite John 1:19-21 to argue that Jesus is not the prophet mentioned in Deuteronomy 18:18. In this passage, when Jewish leaders ask John the Baptist if he is the Messiah, Elijah, or the prophet, John denies being any of these figures. The Muslim argument might then propose that since John denied being the prophet, this must refer to someone else, such as Muhammad, who they believe is the prophet like Moses mentioned in Deuteronomy 18:18. However, this interpretation can be refuted by examining the context of John 1:19-21 more closely. The religious leaders sent representatives to question John the Baptist, a fellow Jew, because they expected the prophet to arise from among their own people. Muhammad, being an Arab, would not fit this expectation of a prophet coming from within the Jewish nation. The delegation's inquiry shows that they were looking for someone from their own community, which further supports the idea that the prophet was expected to be a Jew, not a non-Jew like Muhammad. Additionally, Jesus himself alludes to Deuteronomy 18:18 in John 5:45-47. But do not think I will accuse you before the Father. Your accuser is Moses, on whom your hopes are set. If you believed Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. But since you do not believe what he wrote, how are you going to believe what I say? Here, Jesus explicitly claims that Moses wrote about him, indicating that he is the fulfillment of the prophecy in Deuteronomy 18:18. This directly counters the argument that Deuteronomy 18:18 refers to Muhammad. Furthermore, John 1:33 supports this conclusion, as John the Baptist testifies about Jesus. And I myself did not know him, but the one who sent me to baptize with water told me, the man on whom you see the Spirit come down and remain is the one who will baptize with the Holy Spirit. This shows that Jesus is the one sent by God, fulfilling the role of the prophet who would come after Moses. Thus, the argument that Deuteronomy 18:18 refers to Muhammad fails when considering the biblical context and Jesus' own words.